Oh shit.
Which camera should I look at? At this camera? You?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Philip Charlin, and I'm an Ironworker connector. But now we're gonna be in competition mode. That means no tools, and it's supposed to be as fast as possible, but I'm a little rusted probably. 37 years old, I don't wanna get hurt, so I'll go smooth. And Marcus is the prodigy, he's gonna be the fastest one.
Marcus Eskison, I'm 22. Started ironworking at 21. It's been 9 months. Started in January, yeah. It's fantastic, I love it. From, as far as trades jobs go, there's a lot of them, and I can't say I exactly know all of them, but from what I understand of them, ironworking I've had more of a proclivity for. I like climbing. I didn't know too much about ironworking when I started it, so I feel a lot of people might not necessarily know what ironworking is.
So an ironworker put up structural steel from bridges, building, high rises, plants, mines. We put up all the big stuff and also the small commercial jobs, the little commerce you got around you. This beautiful skyline you see here, it's all us. Ironworker put it up with other trades, obviously. Yo, it's been a long time. Oh shit, that's slippery still. She's slippery. Guys, this is just a warm-up session, okay? Give you guys a technique. You gotta lock your legs. It helps you a lot. If you're locked like this, it takes a lot of pressure off. Gotta stay close. Close. Oh, you're not bad. Oh, wow. It's tough, huh? Bring your leg up.
How do you
Lock your legs in more. Get closer. Bring your hips closer to the column and lock this a little even more. Bring one leg up at a time. Yeah.
Okay.
Try and get closer. It's gonna give you more. Well, you're doing pretty good. Yeah, that's the jump side style. You gotta put your knees in. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you got your knee pad. Probably hurts.
Oh.
Imagine when you got a belt and the crane is swinging and you gotta reach and you gotta be there before the crane shows up.
For myself, I have about a 50-pound belt on, and you rarely take it off. You only take it off for like lunch. There's that, and then the working out on top of it. It feels good to stay fit and have a healthy lifestyle. It helps at the camp because when I'm on my own time, I tend not to be the best with eating. It's just generally, it's an effort for me to actually make food and stuff. It's more tedious. But at camp, working camp jobs, it's always available. You always have a lot of food. Like I said, I gained about 25 pounds in maybe 3 months. And I've been just going to the gym consistently.
I think we all see the competition, construction workers versus bodybuilder. There's a strength within construction workers for sure for the grip. We're always lifting stuff and stuff like that. And when you mix both, that's when you become very skilled for the job. But I would say to be the connector, you have to be very fit, very alert, and yeah, it's high intensity. I work with some UFC training guys, like they were just doing fighting. And rebar was the best for that. He was young, so he was able to recover. But yeah, it's a very good base. Like if you can hit rebar, it's gonna make you a tank, man. Then you go on structural and you're gonna have lots of fun because being up there, there's nothing like being up there. Connecting, you just feel like you're on top of the world. It's you, your partner, the crane operator, and oh, it's really cool job.
It's a great trade. As far as trades jobs go, I've definitely, ascertained by this point that I have more of an interest and proclivity for this than probably any other trade, I'd say. It's a lot of fun and it's very well suited to me personally. Maybe I have more of a bias because I only ever talk to ironworkers and they tell me how much they love it, but there's a big camaraderie with it, a very good community. A brotherhood, as Phil would say. It is very close. And from what obviously I'm more inexperienced, but from what I've conversed about with my coworkers who have years of experience, from what they've said in comparison to other trades, it has a very close kind of bond, more so than other trades might. It's very necessary to be cooperative and to coordinate with your coworkers. So with that, it kind of builds a closer bond. It's very important to coordinate well with other people and because, a lot of the times your life is kind of in their hands.
At the beginning, there's danger everywhere, and you're still not aware of everything. So the first time I walked the beam, just the first time walking the beam, it wobbles, it moves. You gotta keep going, because if you stay in the middle, it just get worse. And my partner was on the other side, and I stopped in the middle, and it started going like this, like crazy. And I'm looking at my partner's looking at me, and he's experienced, and he's just like real calm. He's like, don't stop in the middle. And then I just like, I'm going down, and I jumped on the beam and grabbed it, and with all the gears, it's heavy, so I started rolling on the side. I was like, whoa! Grabbed myself even more, it came out. So those were not really falls, they were just like reality check. It's a very high risk job. So yeah, it's fun, it's a sport, it's intense. If I'm not up in the air for a full day, you don't feel that great. Like you're, my day wasn't trilling. So now it's like I'm addicted, especially after doing high rise that all day. You know, on the steel, it's like everything. We always want more.
Yeah, so you can't live without that?
Not anymore, no.
No?
I will have it. I will not like to do any other job.
Oh.
How can I? Ready, set, go! Oh, shoot! She's too slick. Damn!
14:59.
What's the time?
28:21.
Oh, just double. I gotta shave that. 14 was a disappointment.
I was a seasonal job, I was a ranch hand for them. And then when winter came last year, he offered if I wanted to look into an apprenticeship. For example, the courses that I was put in, I was necessary to take a man lift course for working and operating a man lift and a fall protection course for working at heights. So that was all lined up for me easily through my employer. Working out my apprenticeship with the online, with the website, worked well enough. They were pretty receptive. Working through that, as long as you have someone who's had experience with the apprenticeship program, like, you know, it comes with time. I know more people who have, like journeymen who have gone through all that. To be a journeyman, you got to do 3 years of school, and then you get your journeyman ticket after that. So there's a first, second, and third year, and then after that you get your test to be a journeyman. I think most people take 3 to 4 years to get their journeyman, but some people, if they have a letter from whoever their sponsor is or their employer, then they can challenge the exam without the course. You take the course, if you pass it, you can move up to the next year. But a lot of people, most people, go to school for each term. But for the most part, 3 to 4 years for a full journeyman, yeah.
So I started, my dad's in construction, but that didn't really change anything. I think, okay, so at a young age, we all go to school, we're all a little lost, we wonder what we want to do in life. And I did a few things that put me in trouble, and my dad said, okay, now you're 18 years old, you want to make money? He was starting a project in Calgary. I was in Montreal at that time, and I remember my dad opened me an account, he bought me a pair of boots that I pay him back, and that's how I got started. Now my construction boots. Show you guys how a good iron worker ties boots. When you're up in the air and there's a lot of things you can't get hooked on, you gotta make sure you tie your pants. Then you go around with your laces. Boom, so like this. They all ask us, why are we doing this? It's the ninja style. Let's make sure we don't get anything hooked there. Plus I can wear loose pants, good for motion, and I don't get hooked in anything.
Nice.
I will say now, even experience, it's to drop something on the public. That is the greatest fear. I was pretty young and I was new, so I was on the ground. I wasn't a connector yet, I was a sling guy. And when you send pieces and the crane swings above the C-train station downtown, every piece that you send, you're praying that the sling choker, the steel choker, don't break or anything. Of course, we inspect it, but who knows? You know, like who knows? When you send it only rely on one. You take the big beam with only one steel choker, so send it. And every time I was just like, I hope it's not gonna fall. Every single piece that I sanded. And every time you're working on the edge and you're up in the air as a connector and there's people underneath, even though you have a net, things bounce. And you always got The boats are loose. You can't tie your boats. So that's the scariest thing. We don't want to drop something into the public. That will be the scariest thing. It's not the height anymore. It's not the danger of the steel. It's really hurting the public.
Where we work, I gotta wake up at 4:30. We start work at 6 and we work around 10 and a half hours a day. I have a terrible sleep schedule. I either get like 4 or like 11 hours of sleep. So I tend to go to sleep pretty late. I'm not used to waking up early. I haven't ever missed a day though.
All construction workers, I don't know if it's like this for office workers too, but most of the construction workers, we don't sleep much. It's like 6 hours always a good night, which is not like, we need more to recover physically, but we're just hype work machine, so it doesn't really matter. We go through the day anyway. And a lot of tough badass iron workers like just come back hangover and still do their days and they love their drinks. Yeah, they're tough guys, especially the older iron workers, man, that did that all their life. Drink every day, show up every day, no matter their condition. You gotta go through the day. Sometimes you start your day and you're hangover and it's snowing, and then you're like, how the hell am I gonna go through this day? Like what we're doing, it's like very intense and you're hangover, you're scrap, but we always do. Some project that I've done too, like the Champlain Bridge, the high rise in Calgary, the library. Every time we see a project that we like, it's like it's iconic. So we stay attached to this. It's like a little trophy. And you know, when you're the connector, it's like you, your partner, the crane, the rising gang put it up. So it's you can kind of feel it's kind of yours.
Climbing around, if you like doing that, if you like coordinating with other people, you know, having a fast-paced day, and making a good amount of money doing it, I see no reason not to. It's a very fun trade. From what I've seen in comparison to other trades, when you have a good day, good production, work with good people, it can be a lot of fun. You know, oftentimes you're not even feeling like work.
Jump in a trade early. It teaches so much, but don't get stuck in it. Don't just think that's it. Look at the whole industry around you and understand the whole game from within and from an outside perspective. And I think that will make you very successful. Yeah, so there's no prime. It's not always about the money. Sometimes it's about the glory and the story. Putting up iron all day, every day. Putting up the skyline, living this high life. Connected like the wise guy.
Uh-huh.